So this chapter gathers several events showing God's justice, David's leadership, and Israel's ongoing battles with the Philistines. The first part of this chapter covers the famine and the Gibeonites. A 3-year famine strikes Israel. David inquires of the Lord, who reveals, "It is on account of Saul and his blood." Oh, okay. No, sorry. Inquires of who reveals. Yeah, God, the Lord reveals. "It is on account of Saul and his blood-stained house. It is because he put the Gibeonites to death." The Gibeonites, who had a treaty from Joshua's time, demand justice. They demand justice. They don't want silver or gold, but ask for 7 of Saul's descendants to be handed over and executed. David spares Mephibosheth, Jonathan's son, because of his oath to Jonathan. You remember? They had a friendship. He delivers 2 sons of Rizpah, Saul's concubine, and 5 sons of Merab, Saul's daughter. The Gibeonites execute them and expose their bodies. That was brutal, bro. Breaking oaths, bringing consequences even generations later. You see how things work here? It's just different. The second part of this chapter covers Rizpah's grief and David's response. Rizpah, mother of 2 of the executors, spreads sackcloth on a rock and guards the bodies for months, keeping birds and animals away. When David hears of her devotion, he gathers the bones of Saul and Jonathan from Jabesh Gilead and buries them with the others in the tomb of Kish, which is Saul's father. Okay, and after this, God answers prayer for the land, ending the famine. Rizpah's grief and loyalty moved David to honor Saul's family properly. The third part of this chapter covers the battles with the Philistines giants. David and his men face renewed Philistine battles. Ishbi-Benob, a giant, nearly kills David, but Abishai saves him. David's men insist he no longer go to battle, lest the lamp of Israel be extinguished. Okay? Yeah. Other warriors kill more Philistines giants, relatives of Goliath, okay? Which is Sibbecai kills Seth, and Elhanan kills the brother. Let's see here. And let me see here in my notes. Elhanan kills the brother of Goliath, depending on manuscripts. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's an interesting fact, right? Jonathan, son of Shimea, kills a giant with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. So though David began to fight with Goliath, his men continue the legacy. The giant killing spirit spreads, right? So what are the key lessons from this chapter, from the 2 Samuel chapter 21? The first lesson is sin has long-lasting effects. Saul's violation of the Gibeonite treaty brought famine years later, right? Devotion moves hearts. That's the second lesson. Rizpah's vigil steered David to honor Saul's house with dignity. Third lesson, God raises up new heroes. David's men carry on his fight, proving the kingdom's strength doesn't rest on one man alone. The fourth lesson is justice and reconciliation restore blessing. Only after addressing past wrongs did God heal the land. Okay, so in summary, a famine leads David to make restitution for Saul's crime against the Gibeonites. Rizpah's devotion highlights the cost of justice and prompts David to honor Saul's family and burial later. Okay, and burial. Okay, so later, David's warriors slay Philistines giants, showing God's continued protection and raising new heroes for Israel. Okay, so for the next chapter, David's songs of praise celebrating God's deliverance. Okay, stick with me and check this chapter as well. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.